Hey, yo, it's the Morning Hustle with L'Oreal and Kyle Santillian. My guy Alton Walker's in the building with us today. You know what it is, man. We're home with that $1,000 cash grab.
That's right. Get this money.
Yeah.
By texting cash to 71007.
That's right. Now, listen, we have an open door policy, man. We have some of the biggest and the brightest. We got guests of all different shapes, sizes, shows, and everything coming through. And this brother right here, man, he's been doing so much for so long. And he's here today to talk about his newest project. But we're going to get into all of it. Hey, yo, Omar Dorsey is hanging out.
What's happening? Yeah.
He got that Vic jersey on.
I got that
too.
big. Sometimes you got to pop out and show them.
I like it, but I think I would like it better in Eagles green, though.
No, you keep. You know what? He was a beast in Eagles
See
green,
what I'm
man.
saying? Talk
Listen,
to me.
man.
He won't no more
Yes,
of a
he
beast
was. He was a
not in
beast.
Atlanta.
But that one game was that Monday night game when he had like 5 touchdowns passing.
Went crazy.
And he went nuts. That's when Andy Reid had to sit down Donovan. He was like, you know what? I got a whole Hall of Fame chair for you. Sit right here. Let this Virginia boy go ahead and do his thing. Yeah, man.
Omar is here, man. You've done so much over the years, and we'll get to some of that. But right now, you have a brand new season of the show Bookie on HBO Max. It's coming out.
Yeah, man. It's myself, Maniscalco, Sebastian Maniscalco, one of the biggest comedians in the game. We play 2 bookies in Los Angeles, driving through the streets of Los Angeles trying to collect money from a bunch of people who don't want to pay us. It's created by the great Chuck Lorre, who created 2.5 Men, created Big Bang Theory. One of the, probably the biggest a showrunner as far as comedy goes. Him and Norman Lear in the history of the game. He's a pleasure to work with. The man is like 71 years old. You would think he was like 45.
Yeah.
Walks around with his Travis Scott's on. He's at work every day. He's like at work 12 hours a day. Just wanted to make sure that his show. This is his baby.
Yeah.
He's had a bunch of network shows, but this is his cable show.
Yeah.
The one we get to cuss and have sex on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, this is the real deal Holyfield that I get to really express myself for real. Be my fullest self. So now, man, but it's just been a pleasure working on it, man.
Yeah.
Me and Sebastian just laugh all day. You know what I'm saying? We got Charlie Sheen coming in, popping in every now and then. We got Ray Romano. It's just been like, it's been surreal because it's like I've been doing so many dramas for so long, right?
Yeah.
I'm a Queen Sugar and Django and Harriet and all of these, man. I just was like, I want to get back into what I came from. I started out doing the comedy. Started out Drumline and Road Trip,
right.
Starsky and Hutch and all of those. And after Queen Sugar was over, I said, man, I want to go and laugh again. I don't want to be crying every episode.
For sure. Yeah. So before we got the interview started, we started to get into this a little bit. For a lot of people that are just catching on to the Bookie, right. And you were explaining why people may have missed the first season.
Yes. First season, it premiered during the strike, so we couldn't do any kind of advertisement. We couldn't even put it on Instagram. Go watch my new show. We couldn't say anything. Like we had just a straight up and down no talking about any studio projects at all. So we worked so hard on the show. Me and Sebastian were just like, man, we put our blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, and we can't even talk about it. And
right.
We thought that, I was like, I hope that it just catches some kind of a fan base. But as soon as it came on, people started watching it, and then one person told another person about it, another person told another person about it. And next thing I knew that we were the #1 show on HBO Max every week that we came out.
Fire.
But I was like, our reach is so deeper, you know what I'm saying? Like because of all the great films that I've done, all of these, Selma, all these great black projects I've done, my fan base is really loyal. And Sebastian's fan base is extremely loyal. He's the top touring comedian in America. So I was like, this is a match made in heaven. But now, season 2, no more strikes, and we can go everywhere we want to go talk about it to the high heavens, man. So I'm really excited about this.
I just recently got caught on myself, and I'm going to tell you something. I was hooked in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I was hooked in the first 5 minutes, episode 1, season 1.
Yeah, man.
When your partner Sebastian answered the phone and the name that he had his wife saved under, I was saying, like, I was like, yo, what?
Yes. Yeah, man.
I was crying, dog.
Dude,
I was crying.
Yeah, and it's so much like just I say it's 2 middle-aged men behaving badly, right? We're bookies. The world of bookies, the gambling world, right? Is back in the days before FanDuel, before all of these different apps, you had to go to a guy to get your sports bookie in,
right?
Get your sports bets in, and in California, FanDuel is illegal. All these online sites are illegal, so you still got to go to your bookie, or you got to go to Vegas. So, but people are more apt to go to their bookie. It's like a relationship.
Yeah.
It's a guy you've been betting with for 20 years, right?
You gotta stick with him. You
gotta
trust
stick
him a
with
little
him,
bit.
and it's like, you know what? Sometimes you might not have your money. He's not going to come and break your legs. He's like, all right, man, I'm going to need my money in a couple weeks, though. And he'll give you some kind of grace on it. So, those are the type of relationships that we like to build on. And the show is really about relationships. It's about, my life, Sebastian's life, and then our work life. So that's the best thing I think about the show. Is not just about straight up and down two illegal guys who are out here in the underworld trying to collect bets. It's about two family men who happen to have a job getting money.
Yeah, I was laughing because I read an article about you in your bookie, and he saved you from the Mike Tyson fight.
Oh yeah, my bookie in real life saved me from Mike Tyson fight. Dig, man, when Jay Paul, how you get nostalgic about things. I remember Mike Tyson was knocked out Michael Spinks. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know Mike.
Yeah. Mike gonna do it again.
Mike gonna do it again. I don't care if he's 79 years old. He gonna knock this boy out. Yo, I kept calling my bookie, right? I kept texting. I'm like, yo, let me put a little bit of money. Let me put 1,000 on this. Put 1,000 on it. And he was ignoring me. I don't know what's wrong with him, man. He always take my bet. Then after the fight was over, he said, "You see why I ain't answer your phone call?" He was like, "Bro, I didn't." He said, "I could take your money. If you just want to give me $1,000, I'd take it." He's like, "But Omar, you my dude. I ain't gonna do that to you, man." He said, "I already knew how this was going. Everybody knew how it was gonna go." He said it was a dummy bet. It was a dummy bet. He said we was taking bets from people because we knew exactly what it was. It's an exhibition.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Your energy, you got big energy. You know what I'm saying? And I saw that in high school you were voted most likely to do anything.
Yeah, man.
What does that even mean?
You know what? I used to bounce off the walls, bro. I was like how I am right now. I'm an old man, but like back in the days, dude, I just do the craziest things. Like get on stage, somebody doing like a talent show. I go out there, just D-bomb, kick them off the stage and start doing my own thing. Or somebody, and it's crazy. I'm surprised I get kicked out of school.
Right.
But everybody just laughed. They was like, "Oh, Omar's just funny, man. We're just gonna let him be." All the teachers just knew. Yeah. They were like, "Yo, he has this gift. He's talented. He's funny, man. We're just gonna let him. We're gonna let him flourish." Especially going to a performing art high school. I went to Avondale High School.
Shout out East Side.
Shout out East Side.
East Side.
East Side. You know what I'm talking about? Right off Clarendon Avenue. And you know what? And I just spoke over there, so it's called DeKalb School of Arts now. Yeah. But it was Avondale. It was DeKalb School for the Performing Arts. It was a magnet school when I went.
Yeah. I didn't know that though. Yeah. I just knew it was at Avondale High School. It was right down the street from my school, Stone Mountain.
Yeah, right down the street. Because my brother went to Stone Mountain, so he used to drop me off, and then he go straight down Memorial Drive. But yeah, so it was like those teachers just they harvested all the talent that we had. There's a lot of people who went there. Dorian Missick went there. Erica Ashman, she rest in peace, went there. Donald Glover. It's a lot of people who went there. Was Lloyd, the singer. So it's some really talented people who went to that school, and they just wanted to they wanted to foster exactly what we had inside of us. So some people might have been great singers. They let you walk around singing like it's fame. Yeah. Or I just was cracking jokes all the time. They just let me just be, whoever I was, and this gave me the confidence and gave me the wherewithal to know that I can do whatever, man.
Yeah, that's fire. Yeah. That's fire.
I got a question because I'm in the comedy scene. And we have a lot of influencers. That's jumping on stage doing comedy shows, right. And it was a beef going on between like veteran comedians and these social media comedians,
right?
And they was getting these gigs that they couldn't get no more because they battling for the same stage. Is that something's going on with Hollywood with veteran comedians, like experienced comedians like you, have to worry about a newcomer social media comedian that just blew up yesterday and could possibly get the same role?
So Dig, it wasn't even, I'm at a different place, but like when I first started out, it was the rappers, right? It was the rappers when I was acting, trying to get into the movies. I'd be in the same room as a person. I'm like, man, I just listen to your music, and I know they're not a better actor than me, but they got a bigger fan base.
Right.
So it's like the studios or the producers to be like, well, if we can bring that person's fan base into our film, that's more tickets we can sell. That's more eyes that can be on this television show. So we all go through that, and I'm quite sure people have been going through that since the beginning of time, entertainment-wise. It's like the new hot thing. No matter how much hours you don't put on the stage, no matter how much experience you got, the new hot person or the new hot entities, whether it's the British actors or whatever, man, they'll come in and they'll get their shot. If they can stand up, then it's cool. But if they can't, then they'll fall by the wayside. And I've seen a lot of rappers or whatever fall by the wayside. I seen a lot of them come up. I seen Ice-T, this is before my time, Ice-T and Ice Cube. That was when I was in high school, and they were still killing it. Boys in the Hood and New Jack City. I was a kid. So, so you see that, And then producers are like, oh, you know what? Well, we can maybe put this guy in it, but that person right there might not be ready the way they Ice Cube or Ice-T were ready. So when they'll fall off, they'll fall off. I have seen a lot of it in the on the comedy end, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow, the person who's been putting them feet on the stage for the last 15, 20 years will get circumvented for the person who had a hot TikTok.
Right.
Person who had a cool Instagram live or something, man. And it's like, well, because they got the eyes there, but they're going to bore the smack out of everybody in the audience. I've seen them bore people in the audience.
Yeah.
That first joke might go off, but then after that, then where's the stories? What's coming up behind that? Where is the setups and the punchlines for that? And a lot of them haven't been able to do it. But I have seen some who have progressed in it. Just hope that they have respect for the craft.
Right.
Because that's all I ever hope for. People got respect for the craft. Don't use this as just like a cash cow, because it's like what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And for the people that don't know, just because they see you doing funny roles or even some of your more dramatic roles, like you're trained in this. You started acting
that's what I'm saying.
at 13, and you did
younger than that.
You did theater and all these kind of things. So
Sure.
what are you learning in your early ages of your stage training and your acting training? Like, what kind of things are you learning that helps you manifest into the career that you have now?
Those are the seeds, right? That's what's planted. My mother God, I love my mom with all my heart. She was a theater director. So like from the time, like she tell the story, like her water broke while she was directing a play.
Wow.
And she had to go straight to the hospital, Georgia Baptist, you know what I'm saying? So she had to go there. But I've always been with her. I'm sitting beside her while she was directing plays and while she was acting in plays. So it's always been a part of me. And so I seen it. I seen the way that one has to act on set. I seen the way one has to act in rehearsals for a play. And I see the work that it takes to create a character, to make it flourish from, rehearsals all the way to being open at night. I've seen it from the beginning since I was a kid. So I know exactly how it is. These are the seeds that are planted as a child. My kids were the same way. My kids were watching me when I was doing plays. They'd come to set with me. Whenever I was doing a movie or whatever. Now my youngest daughter, she's in college to be a doctor. My oldest daughter graduated from Howard, and she got her
daughter at Howard right now. Salute.
Oh, word up, yeah. And she got her BFA. She got her Bachelor's in Fine Arts to be a director and to be an actress.
My daughter's in film school at Howard.
Oh yeah, that film school is ridiculous. I'm gonna tell you that, man. It's like Hans Charles, Bradford Young. These are two of the greatest cinematographers. Malik Saeed. They have the best cinematographers. I ain't gonna say black cinematographers, just period. These cats are ridiculous. Ernest Dickerson, who does all Spike Lee movies, he directed Juice. These cats came out of Howard, man. This is the best, might be the best film program as far as DPs go, as far as cinematographers go in the game. The daughter's in a really good place,
Appreciate
man.
that.
Yeah, if she needs to talk to anybody, one of my partners, Hans Charles, is a professor. I think he might be at George Washington now, but he used to teach at Howard. And we worked, I was just in D.C. this past week.
Yeah, let's make the connect for sure.
But yeah, it's that type of thing, man. So I've always known how to act on set and how to be on set. And I also see the type of dedication, the type of work that it takes, to be able to build a career. To build a career, because it's not overnight. This ain't overnight. Like, he'll tell you, man, we used to work together at Applebee's.
You was telling us before you came in.
20-some years ago.
He's speaking about our producer, Ahmed.
Me and Ahmed was working at Applebee's. I remember I had my audition for Drumline. I told him, I said, I got this audition for Drumline. Because we used to always big each other up. We're going to do something in this entertainment thing. And I got it. And then I ended up getting the role. But it's just, that comes from, this was in my early 20s. And this comes from just me, all the hard work that I did from time I was 7 or 8 years old, all the way till I was till that point, to get me prepared for that. Even this role right now, being a lead of a TV show, got me prepared from Drumline and Road Trip and Queen Sugar or like Raising Canaan or Ray Donovan, to be able to hold a show down on my own shoulders. That's what I really wanted to prove, that I could do that. Yeah.
Is there any role? Because I know you really serious about storylines, and
yeah.
Is there any roles you wouldn't play?
I wouldn't play an abuser of women and children. I can't do that. It won't sit right with my soul, because it's like I try to embody as much as I can every role that I play, whether it's a good guy or a bad guy. When I did Harriet, that was a really hard role for me to play, because it was like a dude who was just like, he was a black slave catcher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember,
it was just like,
I ain't like it.
Nobody like me. Yo,
Right.
the internet hated me. I had to learn to get thick skin. I was like, yo, why is everybody hating me right now?
Right.
But everybody, I was like, yo, they were calling me all kinds of like Uncle Charles. I'm like, man, I'm from Decatur. You want to meet me inside Decatur Mall, bro? Right. You know what I'm saying? But then I understand that was just me playing my role that well.
You did good.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's certain things that just won't sit right with my spirit, and I don't want that out in the world. I don't want that on celluloid for the end of time, and I don't want my kids to have to answer for that. You know what I'm saying?
That's tough though, because what if your character is something that is totally against you on a personal note, but the overall point of the movie is pointing towards something positive?
That Harriet was like that.
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
but it's just you know what? Like I said, the abuser thing. Just get somebody else to play that. Just it don't sit right.
Right.
Yeah.
It just don't sit right with me. Anything else, I'm cool with. You know what I'm saying? Like anything else, I'm cool with. But
on the flip side? What's the dream role?
Man, I got a lot of them, man. I got a lot of them. Play the president of the United States. Play the king of the world. I don't know. Play Isaac Hayes. Play a Thelonious Monk.
Oh, I can see Isaac Hayes.
Yeah, play Paul Robeson. These are like 3 biopics who I would love to do because I used to love to sing opera, so I wanted to play. And I played ball, so I was like, I would have loved to play Paul Robeson. Isaac Hayes is just like, his story is just so
I can
amazing.
see you doing
I can
Isaac
see
Hayes.
him doing
man.
Isaac Hayes.
Yeah.
Isaac Hayes is
Yeah.
one of them. And Thelonious just because I play piano, man. I love Thelonious with all my heart. And he was the reason I got into jazz music. So, you know, there are roles out there.
So you're a musician?
Yeah, I want a musician, singer, and actor. Yeah, man.
Okay. I play drums a little bit.
Oh, word up. Yeah, you were in Drumline, though.
No, I don't think I was even old enough.
You probably weren't old enough to be in
I wasn't old enough
Drumline.
to be
I was still in
Drumline
college
at the
when we
time.
did that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
How do you prepare for something so ridiculous as like Road Trip, and then on the flip side you have to get into a more serious role like you did with Harriet and Django and stuff like that, because they're so opposites.
They are opposite. The thing about it is, especially doing Road Trip, I was in college, so I could play a college brat. Yeah,
Right.
And so that was very easy for me to do. The comedy but you know what? I don't know if y'all ever watch Eastbound and Down.
I haven't seen all of the episodes, but I have seen some.
So the last season of Eastbound and Down, I'm the bad guy in that. Everybody's a bad guy in that show. It's like, but I'm the nemesis to Kenny Powers. And that's a hard one to prepare because those cats just be improv the whole time. It's like, man, but I had to be on. That's when you know that you got to be on your toes because they'll throw anything out at you. The other roles like Harriet or like Django or something like that, you do the work. You have to do the work way before you get to set. If you get the role 2 months, out, you got to start doing the work. You got to start doing the research on it, like just everything about it. If I do like when I did Aretha and I played James Cleveland, I was doing the research, listening to James Cleveland all day, every day, playing his songs and everything. Just you have to do the research on it. It's not just you jump in. You can pop in and just do whatever, but it wouldn't be the best work. I always want to do the best work at all times. And I don't ever want anybody to say I dropped the ball. You can be like, I hated you so much in Harriet. Good, I did my job. I love you so much in Queen Sugar. Good, I did my job. I hated you on Raising Canaan. Perfect. Good. That means I did my job.
You slapped the hell out that dude on Raising Canaan.
Oh, boy, I love that role. Yo, so Dig, I'm going to tell you.
Slap the hell out. Yeah.
Yo, I'm at the, because I don't really be watching too much. I don't really be watching too much TV like that because I don't know. I was at the cigar spot somewhere in Marietta. And everybody just kept looking at me, pointing at me. I was with, I don't know if you know Dorian Missick. I was with Dorian, and we was with Blue Williams and Coach K, and we were smoking cigars, and everybody's like pointing. Somebody said, "Hey man, you smacked that dude so hard." I was like, "What are you talking about? I didn't touch anybody."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I shot this 6 months ago.
Right.
On the show. I said, "Oh, Raising Canaan?" It was like, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, that came out today." I didn't realize it.
Right.
It was a Sunday. I was smoking a cigar. I didn't even realize it, man. So I had to go back and watch it because I watch my. You know what it is? I watch all my episodes before the season comes out,
Okay.
so I can be able to talk about it in the interviews.
Right.
But so I'm not watching it in real time. So I didn't know that episode that came out that day. I was like, oh, wow. Everybody kept pointing and looking and laughing. I was like, what do I do? But it was that episode. But I like that, boy. I like that, boy. The people were so mad when he got shot in the elevator. They were so glad. They were like, it was a celebration on the internet when Cartier Fareed got shot in the elevator. And that you would have hurt my feelings back in the days, but I was like, yeah, okay. I did my
for
thing.
sure,
Yeah,
for
man.
sure. That's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's up. All right, so let's get everybody on Bookie, man. We want them to tune in HBO Max or just Max, whatever they're going by right now. You know what I mean? Tell them again why everybody should tune in and rock with this show.
Man, it's just a fun show. It really is a fun show because Sebastian is so funny.
It really is.
Sebastian is a hoot, and man, just me, because what it is, you think I'm the muscle. Man, I ain't hurt nobody. I say in the pilot episode, I say I'm more of a visual deterrent because I ain't about to hit nobody. I got bad knees and I got all these baby mamas. It's like, bro, I ain't about to hurt nobody. I live with my grandma. So it's just a fun. It's like I said, it's a fun show, and the dialogue and the relationships, especially the relationship between Danny and Ray, who's Sebastian and myself.
Yeah,
that relationship is a beautiful relationship. It's like it's a love story between two heterosexual men who just happen to be best friends and would have each other's back on anything. And the best, well, I tell you what, one of my favorite things is the way that we argue over the radio. He wants to play yacht rock, and I want to play rap music.
Right.
So we just bicker about that all day long, man. And just the banter between us. It's an Italian dude and a black dude just arguing. I mean, it has nothing to do with race. See, that's the funny thing about it. It's just the two guys who from different, upbringings, and then the way they argue is just so beautiful. It's golden, man. It's the relationships what it is. Until you watch the show, you're like, all right, man, I love it. Especially women, because you feel like a fly on the wall between how men really talk to each other. And that's what a lot of women really like. They like to hear, well, how do men really talk when we're not around?
Right.
That's exactly
Well,
what it
speaking
is.
of women, you got married, man.
I got married, yeah.
How's that working in the Hollywood industry,
It's
man?
working so good, man. It's great because my wife is one of the biggest producers in the game, right? Crystal Robertson.
Okay.
She's I hope she got, I don't know, I didn't see the Golden Globe nominations. I hope she got nominated today for, she was the producing director of the show Genius. It's about MLK and Malcolm X. She's producer director of the show Queen. She directs The Gilded Age, BMF. She's down. We're in Atlanta right now because she's directing Will Trent. But she's one of the most sought after directors. And it's really good that I have somebody in the industry who understands that sometimes you might be gone for a month or two. We try to, every weekend, we try to get together, move heaven and earth to get together. But it's just a blessing to have somebody who's in the same industry who understands that, like, man, well, you gone somewhere for 2 months. I don't know what you're doing. No, I'm working. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing crazy. I'm here for my family. And, I'm trying to, provide a better life because I don't want to be out here for the rest of my life working. I want to be producing movies. I want to be somewhere where I can just push the button and like, okay, this is going to go, we'll try this one the next year. We'll do this one. And then I want to be sitting down. So I'm putting all the leg work in right now to build myself up in the end, to build my cachet up. People know I do quality work. And so they'll trust me when it's my time to present projects, to them.
I saw that your intention initially was to be a producer / director, not even an actor.
No, it wasn't at all. I wanted to be a director. I went to school to be a director.
What school did you go to?
I went to Georgia State.
Okay.
So I went to school to be a director, and I wanted to just be. I wanted to direct movies, but everybody who were the directors in my program, they kept putting me in their movies. They were like, "Nah, we want Omar." I'm like, and then my theater, and then my movie director Sheldon Schiffer, my brother from another mother, he was my professor. He was like, Omar, man, you should just act, man. He said, your direction is all right, but your acting is really good. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I guess I'll try this. And then that's actually how I got Road Trip. The first one I got was Road Trip. So that's how I got it, because he was like, yo, this is what you need to be doing, man.
Yeah.
And so he said, that's your calling. Yeah, but like I said, just having my wife Crystal, she's a godsend. We just had a son too,
Congratulations.
So
Congrats.
man. So it's it's just been a beauty. This has been this is the happiest I've ever been in my life, and it's the most fulfilled I've been.
So marry somebody in your industry so they'll understand.
Well, I did. I ain't gonna tell everybody that. I'll tell you what, I don't know if I would marry no actress. But you can't have two divas in the house. You know what I'm saying?
I will say, because I've been doing my research. You did lose some pounds, man.
I did, brother.
What was the motivation? You lost 70 pounds. What was the motivation behind
What it was is this. I lived in New Orleans been doing Queen Sugar for 7 years. It's the best food. It's the best being out all night. And so when I was done with Queen Sugar, I started Bookie. I said, dude, I gotta get it together. And especially I knew I was getting married. I said, I don't want to look fat in my wedding picture. You know what I'm saying? Because my wife is so fine, she's so bad and everything. I was like, man, I don't want to look like Beauty and the Beast out there.
Beauty and the Beast.
So I was like, man, so that was the motivation at first, right? So I just started, and what I did, I just started walking, right? It's just walking, like doing 10,000 steps a day. Then I put it up to about 15. Because we were on strike. I had nothing to do. I had no
that strike
excuse.
was crazy, man.
Yeah.
When you got no excuse, like, come on, man, you got to do something. I'm so used to working all the time. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna keep this walking up. Then I started doing like 20,000 a day. Then I started lifting weights. Then I was just, watching what I ate.
Yeah.
I'm not on set every day just going to craft services and getting, fried chicken or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm going to be very intentional about what I'm doing. So it started from like 20 pounds and then went up to like 25, then 30. And I got stuck about 30 pounds lost. Then it's like something just hit one day. I think my metabolism might have caught up because it then went 40, then 50. I think wedding pictures, my engagement pictures, I had lost 50. By the time I got to the wedding, I had lost 70. And I was like, dang, man. Everybody like, you on Ozempic? I was like, no, because you can tell by the muscle tone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't look crazy. They was like, okay. Then for this season, I put on about 12 pounds of muscle because I was like, all right, I can't be smaller than Sebastian. You know what I'm saying? Because he had a 34-inch waist, I had a 33-inch waist. It don't even look right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I started like lifting heavy, and I just put on the muscle. But yeah, man, I just wanted, and you know what too? I lost a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of people who were in their 30s and their 40s. Just from living, eating wrong.
In the South, man.
In the South,
Shoot,
man. A lot of people I went to high school
food,
with. All that stuff, man. I lost my brother, and I was just like, man, I don't want my mama to, have to suffer losing another son. So let me do everything I can to be intentional about my health.
Yeah.
That was the main thing. Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely important work. All right, well, listen, man, we're glad you did everything that you did with your health, and we're glad you're continuing to make good projects and good work out there.
Appreciate it, man.
I want to tell you about it. I'm still new, like we talked about earlier in the interview, but I swear to God, I was hooked in the first 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
So everybody go check out Bookie on HBO Max, you know what I'm saying? And it's a hilarious show, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Omar Dorsey in the building, man, hanging out with us today on the Morning Hustle.
Mike Vick, Philadelphia.
Come on, man, gotta wear the Eagles jersey,
From
bro.
Atlanta.
I'm the Eagles fan, bro.
You know
Let's
how long
go.
it took me to find this jersey, man?
Yeah, man.
Right, man, I
Thank you
needed
for
this
representing,
back.
man.
Yeah, you always do.
All right,
Always
for
do.
sure, man. Appreciate you swinging by.
For sure, yeah.
We are the Morning Hustle.